of course, those two white pawns in the middle of the board, they're connected pass pawns, and if they get motoring, it will be big trouble for Wesley.
So some risk involved in the course of going for a win by Wesley. But maybe he was looking at the clock times. Maybe that just made that decision for him with 4 minutes against 1. Maybe Wesley realised, oh, if I get a win with black here, today is pretty much done. I just need to draw one of the last 2 games. So, yeah, Wesley, wow, big decision. I wouldn't have been brave enough. I would have thought, OK, let's just draw with black. Let's check, and draw.
Right, OK. You're not a materialist.
I mean, it's only level material now. It's not as if black's a pawn up or anything, so...
But they say it's every gambitier's secret ambition to recover the material that they sacrificed. Every gambitier's dream to make a draw by perpetual check. Yes.
OK, so a nice move there by Liem. I like that last one. White needed some control over the light squares. That last pawn push by White doesn't look like much, but it stops the black queen from giving some annoying checks later on. And suddenly, you're right, Jovanka, those 2 white central pawns, they do look more impressive than black's pawns. Black's pawns are hard to push. If you push any of black's pawns on the right there, it only weakens the black king.
That's true. But OK, you know, let's not be too fatalistic about Wesley's position, because white's pawns are also incredibly difficult to push because, you know, there's so much tension on the dark squares.
Yeah, I don't think there's any risk at all here for white, though. I know the white king looks a bit open, but at the very least, you can maybe offer some queen trades. Maybe white's queen can go on some adventures later on and try and grab some pawns. Wesley, OK. Surprising move, retreating his bishop.
But that's a one-move threat, you know, and his idea is actually just to play bishop takes pawn, and pawn can't capture the bishop because the black rook is aligned with the white queen and rook. So, OK. Yeah,
interesting idea there from Liem. So the white queen probably just has to move out of the way. You don't want this tension with the black rook.
But where's she going to move? Is she going to take a step backwards?
So 2 options. The white queen can step back, just protecting her rook. The white queen needs to keep protecting the white rook. OK, she does that. I was going to say, the idea, if white's queen had gone and grabbed a pawn, gone and grabbed one of black's pawns, black's idea would still have been in the air. Black would have captured the white pawn in the middle. So white's queen protecting her rook. Now black can't give up his bishop for the white central pawns. There's no more pins.
And Liem now under a minute on the clock. So things are heating up very nicely. OK, so Wesley centralising his rook to blockade those potentially dangerous pass pawns.
Yeah, but rooks aren't great blockaders in general, and that black rook is undefended. It's going to be a tactical target later on. If the white queen somehow gets into the black half of the board.
Could it be a tactical target now? For instance, could you try to destabilise the pawn that is on b5?
Yeah, that looks good. So white can push a pawn on the left side there, try and explode things open. But no, he keeps his king nice and safe.
Yes.
OK, that looks a bit slow, though, with the white king. Probably you have to step back with the white king anyway now. Surprising there.
But he steps back towards, not towards the corner.
That's instructive. Towards the corner, probably you're safe, but the queens might come off at some point and you want your king towards the centre. And
now Wesley is offering the repetition of moves.
I think he regrets not taking that draw earlier. He could have gone with some checks with the black queen.
Look at the bar now for Liem.
That means there must be something immediate. I don't see it yet, but maybe... OK, Liem's repeating the position. This is the second time we've seen this. Will he repeat the position for a third time if Wesley gives a check?
Yes, I think they will, and...
but
This will be the second time, right?
This will be the second time if Wesley brings his queen back to where it came from, onto the F-line to pin the white bishop. But if that happens, actually, I think I figured out why white was winning. I wanted to suggest it, but I wasn't entirely sure. If the queen comes back, white pawn, white central pawn, just push it up the board. It's supported by the white queen, and actually it's a runner. It's going to sprint up the board. So Wesley, maybe realising he shouldn't repeat the position. If he repeats, he's just bluffing. He's going for the draw, but it's actually a blunder if Wesley puts his queen back where it came from.
But it doesn't seem like Liem has seen it.
I think he just wanted to repeat once. He wanted to... OK,
well,
he's done
repeated it.
He just wanted to gain 20 seconds on the clock, Liem, but he goes for the draw. He was actually winning in the final position. OK, Liem escaping there with a draw low on the clock, but missed opportunity.
Wow, OK, Liem obviously not